If I could take a survey over the internet right now, almost half of you would say the most stressful part of traveling is getting through the TSA line. There's been studies, collection of baggage is number one, but close behind it are the TSA lines. People are so stressed out about it. We're going to make it easy on you. We're going to give you some tips here that will help you get through that stress. Are you ready? Let's take a little trip. Hey, I'm Bobby Boomer. I am the head tripper here at seniortrippers.com, and today we're going to talk about TSA lines. Everybody stresses out about getting to the airport on time, getting through the line, taking their shoes off. Do we have to do this? Do we have to do that? We're going to simplify it. Now, maybe you're a senior and you're a little stressed out about this. You haven't traveled in a while, so there's some tips that we're going to lay on you today that are going to help you through this. Number one, before you even leave home, go to TSA.gov and check their website. They have tons of information on there. They have videos, they answer questions. You can even contact them via Facebook and they'll get back to you with an answer, usually within an hour. So TSAgov is your friend. Go to TSA.gov, check them out, download any information you want, you'll get up to date. And when you leave home, make sure you plan to arrive at the airport 2 hours before boarding, not 2 hours before the plane departs. 2 hours before boarding. So if your plane departs at say 4:30, boarding will be about 4 o'clock. You want to get to the airport at 2. Every airport's a little different. Some little small regional airports, maybe you don't need to go 2 hours, but any of the big hubs, any of the big major city airports, you want to be there at least 2 hours before departure. Now when you're at home, you may load your boarding pass onto your phone. That's great, but print it out also. Maybe you'll have trouble at the TSA line finding that boarding pass on your phone. Maybe you can't connect to Wi-Fi. Maybe you don't know where you put it. Print it out. Have a copy in your hand, a copy with your passport or your driver's license, and have it on your phone. It's always good to have both. Now, before you even get to the TSA line, there's some preparation you should do. Take your belt off, put it in your bag. Hopefully you don't need it while you're walking through the TSA line, but you're going to have to take it off anyways unless you're TSA pre. So take your belt off, put it in your luggage, put it in your carry-on. Put your cell phone away, put it in your carry-on, put it in a bag. Take all the papers out of your pocket. When you go through the scanning machine, you know, the one that you have to do this, you can't have any papers in your pocket. Your pockets have to be completely empty. So take it out now while you're in line. And while you're in line, listen to the TSA officers. They usually are rattling off instructions every 30 seconds or so. Listen. It may have changed since last time you're at the airport. They'll tell you exactly what to do. Take your shoes off, take your belt off, take your laptop, put it in a bag or put it in a bin. They'll give you all these instructions. So listen up while you're standing in line waiting to go through TSA. Now, let's talk about liquids. There's the 3-1-1 rule. 3.4 ounces or less for all liquids. Put them in one bag, and you can only have one bag. So whatever you can get in a 1 quart size bag, that's what you can take as far as liquids go. The other tricky thing about liquids is a lot of people don't realize that if you can spread it, pump it, spray it, smear it, it's a liquid. Peanut butter is a liquid. So if you brought some snack food, maybe some crackers with a little cream cheese that you want to spread on them or something, that cream cheese is a liquid. So just be aware of that. Now, food items, you can bring all the food you want. Right now, there's no limit on it, but you will have to have it scanned. So have it in your luggage or carry-on where you can get it out quickly and put it in a bin, send it through the x-ray machine. Pizza, mom's lasagna, whatever, just make sure that you have it available and ready to be scanned. Now, back to liquids for a moment. Some people don't realize that liquids can be frozen and they're no longer a liquid. You can take a bottle of water, stick it in the freezer the night before you fly, take that frozen bottle of water with you, and it will go through security. I have done this. It works every time. So as long as it's a solid ice, it can go through security. I recommend your dress be the type of garments that you might want to remove easily, like a sweater, a jacket, you're probably going to have to take them off. Also remember, since you're going to have to take that sweater off, you might as well dress appropriately. But plan on taking the sweaters, jackets, hats off. Plan on taking your shoes off. As you arrive at the airport, or maybe before you even leave home, untie those shoes a little bit. Take the laces from the top holes down, one or two, and then tie them so that you can slip in and out of them easily. There's nothing worse than struggling to get your shoes on or off and holding up the line. Just be prepared to take those shoes off. Now again, if you're in TSA pre, you don't have to worry about that because you don't have to take your shoes off. I recommend packing cubes. Your luggage may be hand searched. Nothing worse than having a TSA officer go through your undies and personal items and putting them all over. And so put everything in a bag. Put it in a packing cube. Put it in a bag. There's now compression packing cubes. I'm going to be using one on my next trip. It takes the cube and you zip it down the bottom and it just squeezes it down like that. So whether you use that, whether you use a gallon Ziploc bag from home, I would recommend you sort everything, put them in bags or cubes. Some people don't like walking barefoot on the ground there at TSA. They don't like wearing socks without their shoes. One tip is wear 2 pair of socks. When you get through security, that outer pair, maybe a pair from home that you want to throw away anyways, take it off, throw them away. You can also bring an empty bottle through there so that you can have a water bottle with liquid in it or with no liquid in it, and that will go through fine. They now have these fountains that you see throughout the airports where you can stick your bottle under there, your thermos, fill it up. Some people don't like that water. I have no problem with it, but you can buy a filter and you can filter that water before it goes into your thermos. So that's a way to save some money. Make sure you ditch the drink. You don't want to be going through security with a drink. They're going to confiscate it. Make sure you ditch all the jewelry. Take it off. Put it in your luggage. Take that expensive watch off, jewelry, rings. Put them away. Put them in your luggage. Once you get through TSA, you can put them back on. All of this is going to help you just glide right through. Another tip I have, this is for everybody, but especially for you seniors, is just relax. You are right where you're supposed to be. You're in this TSA line and you should take your time and not feel stressed. If that person behind you is annoyed and tisking or whatever, they arrived at the airport late, so it's not your fault. Just relax, take a breath, be prepared, follow these tips, and you'll go right through TSA smoothly. My last advice for you is if you have special needs, maybe you have a special medical condition where you need a little extra attention, there's a program called TSA Cares. You go to the TSA.gov website and you can sign up for TSA Cares and you give them your flight and date and they will meet you. They will escort you through TSA. They'll open up a line just for you if they have the staff available. This is a wonderful program and a lot of people don't know about it, but TSA Cares. I do have one more tip, and that's just to be kind to the TSA officers. If you think you're stressed, they're putting up with this 8 hours, 10 hours a day. So be kind to them, treat them with respect, listen to them, don't ever argue with them. I know sometimes it's frustrating because one airport has a rule and another airport has a different rule. That happens. Just take a breath, just relax, and have a great trip. So if you like what you heard, I urge you to subscribe, ding that bell so that you get notified whenever we have a new video for you. I'm Bobby Boomer, Head Tripper, SeniorTrippers.com. So long for now.